very simple and relaxing when you get into gardening. So I've got this beautiful tray. I'm just going to try to show you in the camera. And I've lined it with some paper towel. Just get yourself some really nice paper towel. And I'm going to dampen the paper towel. I'm going to spray it with some water. I filled a little container. And I'm going to just spray and damp the paper towel because in today's video, I am going to show you how to propagate succulents. And some of the succulents I'm going to work on today are the none other than the hens and chicks. So let's just layer this nicely here, and let's get another piece and layer it nicely here. So I'm just going to show you the camera how I've just layered everything. And as you can see, I've got a whole bunch of succulents I've been working with, and these are all been like either propagated, and these little planter boxes are sort of homemade by me. But let's go ahead and spray down the preparing the place for the succulents. So as I continue to spray it down, how we are going to grow succulents or hens and chicks, and sometimes they're referred as Sempervivum. I think that's how you pronounce it. Sempervivum or Sempervivum. But anyways, so a lot of times, sometimes when you do start to work with hens and chicks and all the different types of Sempervivum that you can get at your local garden shop, these are my favorite plants to work with because I'm not a very like growing plants. I don't want to lose plants when I grow them, so I find that these are the easiest kind of plants to work with. So I'm just going to show you some of the plants I have here, which are just presented at the table. And a lot of the times what happens is sometimes these leaves, the little leaves start to fall off. Here we go, here's some, and here's some that are hurt. So once they fall off, you get something like this. Okay, so what I do with these is, I really don't even have to do very much, but I lay them down on this wet paper towel, and I keep a close eye on it for months, well, weeks and months. And I continue to spray down the succulents once every 2 days, just to keep the system, the top of it moist, and the root system moist, meaning the roots that start to form here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you just take the plant, and here's one that I've started, and it started to form a root system here much faster now. And here's another one which I'm just going to rest here. And here's some that have grown off the root system, and they're a little bit more far ahead in their propagation process. I'm just going to show you here. As you can see, that's just paper towel. So if you see the white here, it's paper towel. But as you can see how the plant is coming, is growing right at the tip of the plant. And that one has been propagating for probably a couple of weeks more than these ones. These are just newly ones that I've just put down. And these ones here, that one has just fallen off. I'm going to show you the plant itself, what it looks like. So it starts to look like this, and it's just fallen off the plant itself. So it ends up looking like this. So week after week, you're going to see progression like this with these little hens and chicks. And you can start, here's one that's in a different growing stage. You can see that there's two little plants budding off, and these ones are new, freshly picked leaves that I've just picked off the hens and chicks. And I'm going to lay them all down here because I know I'm going to get great results in a matter of weeks if I continue to spray and nurture them and keep a close eye on them. You're going to find that, oh, this one's not too good. That one's just totally, here's one. Okay, so we're gonna lay it just like that, and what usually happens is the root starts to form here. these are all in different stages of growth. So it's a good idea if we're going to get plants this big. They're easy plants to work with. There's nothing to it. It's very simple. They're very hardy plants, and I love working with them because the process of growing these plants is not difficult at all. They are very easy. Here I got some really tiny ones. Place some baby ones for you here. Same process with all of them. I'm going to lay them down here, as you can see. And we're going to get a really nice growth from them. So here we are. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my spray bottle and just spray this all down now. And just keep the plant nice, hydrated, and moist. I would spray it, I've been spraying it once every 2 days, just to make sure that it doesn't dry out. And put it by a windowsill that is part shade, part sun. And in no time, you're going to get these wonderful plants that look like this. You're going to end up with this. Here they are. Aren't they just lovely? I just love it. I think that these plants are so easy to work with, so easy to grow. So I've just stepped out into my garden, and I'm going to go into my greenhouse because in it I have, oh, look, there's a butterfly. There's a butterfly in my greenhouse. But I wanted to show you some of the hens and chicks, Sempervivums that I'm growing here. And as you can see, how nice and healthy these ones are looking. Is this like baby's foot? I think that's what the plant is called. You've got some of these rosebuds types of Sempervivums. You've got this. You can also, I think they're called SEDUM as well. But let me just go here and show you some of the really nice ones that are growing quite right over here. I'm just gonna try to zoom in here so you can see how nice and healthy those ones are growing, and you can see the baby plants coming off the mother plant, and those can also be propagated. Over here I've got some in a container growing quite nice, and then right around the corner here I've actually started taking some into containers and separating them here. And right over here I've got some growing here, and further down my shelving I've got a whole bunch of these ones here growing. But right in the corner here I've started some more seedlings, and I've got a really nice growth growing here. So I think that a lot of the seeds, these ones here are new growth, and these ones are mixtures of flowers I've started. And way in the back here, that's another sedum I'm growing in a pot, and it is doing really well. I've got some sage I've just started in seed forms, and then of course these are heavily bachelor buttons and poppies that are growing in this container here. But just trying to give you a nice view of what sedum looks like and the different varieties of sedum, hens and chicks, Sempervivums. So those of you who are interested in learning how to propagate these plants. So that is my miniature garden. This is my miniature greenhouse I've just started. I'm doing a lot of work in there, and right in the back I've got my crocosmia, and I'm just slowly trying to get this garden put together. As you can see, it is coming along. Let me just go in the back and show you the garden here that I've started. Here I've planted a whole large abundance of hollyhocks and beans and everything. Of course, I've showed you all the bachelor buttons I've just planted, and they are looking bright and just really, really wonderful. I've
got some really nice ones here. This has come up nice, and as you can see, I've got like a large amount of hollyhocks. So a lot of lavender as well, but that's the transformation of that garden I had just started. And I wanted to show you what a small backyard garden, how you can transform it into something wonderful. So that is my little oasis or my little paradise.